Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and I've got a really easy way to add a watercolour look using your ink pads today. This is part of a new release, a hop from Altenew for the Build a Flower Hyacinth set. And all I'm going to do is simply use my ink pads to get a real easy watercolour look. I've got a piece of Bristol Smooth cardstock. It's cut to the same size as my top fold card, and I've just added the ink directly to the most solid image of the layering set and spritzed it with some water. I'm doing all 4 colours out of the Enchanted Garden set. So these are the newer purple colours and they're really pretty. Actually, the first one that I stamped is quite a blue purple colour. And it's the hydrangea ink, and once I added the water to it, it really did sort of come out quite a blue, especially a blue colour, especially next to the other purples. I'm trying to let the ink do its thing and not play with it too much here, because that's my problem with watercolours. I don't let the colour sort of spread naturally and dry naturally, and that's something that I'm trying to learn at the moment. So in between all these 4 stampings, I did use all the 4 colours from the set. I didn't allow them to dry, but before I added the green, I did actually set this panel aside to dry. And that way I knew that colours weren't going to mix. And I did this in exactly the same way. I added the colour of the ink colour directly to the photopolymer stamp, spritzed it with a little bit of water, and then just stamped it directly onto the paper. So initially I was thinking I might use the darkest of the purple colours, which is the Andromeda, to add the details of the flowers. So I did actually test it on a piece of scrap paper, and I really didn't think it was going to show out enough for the look that I wanted. So in the end I did come in with the permanent black and add that final layer of the stamp over top. I didn't try and match it up perfectly. That's not going to happen because this is a watercolor look, so it is meant to be quite loose. I just thought the black would add those details. There is 2 different sort of line stamps in this set. I did think about using the one before the final layer, but I didn't want to add quite that much black. Because I'd added the black to the actual hyacinth image itself, I did think I needed to come in and add some to the stem, and I was just decided to add like the bigger stem, because this is actually meant to be a full flower. So I did actually mask off some of that stem, and I didn't stamp it very well. And that's one thing I do love about black ink, is I can come back in with a black marker and sort of fix any mis-stamping. So I'm just using my tape runner to add this directly to the front of my card. And like I said, this is part of a hop. So it is, if you go through the link below, you'll be able to head to my blog and find out how you can win if you're here in January 2019. And also find the links to the other people having fun along the hop, and lots of inspiration for this hyacinth stamp set with coordinating dies, which I love about the Builder Flowers. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I really have been on like a spritzing, spattering kick lately. So I did come in with one of the soft lilac, I think it was, and added some splats. So I don't need to explain what I'm doing here because you already know. I've heat embossed a sentiment, and this is from the Flower Vine set, and it has some really sweet, they're a smaller sentiment in this set, so it's a great set if you're like me and you don't plan ahead where to put your sentiments, and it has some really nice sentiments with a real classic style font, and I think they go really well on a lot of different card designs too, so I'll grab one of those for this design. And that's my finished card. Thanks for joining me. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.